Quizlet is a great website and also an app where you can give students study materials to learn new vocabulary and definitions. On a very basic level, you can use it for learning new definitions for language acquisition, but you can use it for things like learning new science vocabulary, learning new coding vocabulary, etc. So again, on the homepage you can see that there's a beautiful app which goes along with it. I'm going to show you the website version. So because we have Google Apps for Education, I don't need to bother signing up. I can just sign in with my Google account. And here's my homepage. You can see I've got some study sets that I've assigned to people, and I just have my one class here. So to create a new class, you simply click Create Class. I'm going to call this Tutorial Class. I'm going to have no definition, and I guess I'm going to add a school as well. And I can see it popping up. I'm going to add that there. Okay, so my new class doesn't have any study sets. Now, there are thousands and thousands of study sets already available on Quizlet. I know, for example, that there are some for Oxford vocabulary. So I can look in there and I can go through and I can assign some of these. I can look through and work out which vocabulary I want to use. I can see these were created by teachers. Some of these are just the word and the definition. Some of them actually have pictures with them as well. And I could assign one of these to the kids. So I could go into here and I can assign that to my tutorial class. You can also make them, and making them is super easy. You're going to do create study set, and on the very basic level you're just going to do your terms and your definitions. I know that for adding sound you need to have a paid account, which is not that expensive, but it's not something I particularly want to do as I don't use it that much. If you use this all the time, especially if you are a language teacher and you're making loads of vocab lists, I would recommend it. I'm going to show you what it looks like from the student side. So here's one I made earlier. I used coding vocabulary. I just used the glossary from code.org. Haven't had to write that much content myself. You can see all my words along here. So these are all the ways they can study. There's even some games. So I can do flashcards. So the flashcards has the definition on one side and the word. So abstraction, I'm going to guess what that is, and I can find out. I can actually go through and just skip past the ones I already know. I can also change it so it starts with definition and I have to try and work out the word. It can be switching between, you can show me both. The next one is learn. So here you go, you're going to break it down into new pieces. You would write in the word. So I'm going to show you what happens if you get it wrong. I'm going to do debug. And it says decompose. Press any key to continue. A name you make up so that I'm going to go for username. And it tells you that you get it right. At the end it gives you your overall score when you've done this. It will also say, it will highlight those words that you have got wrong. So you can practice just those words that you've got wrong. A really nice feature is that you can star those words. So say you're doing a French class and you're having a different vocabulary list every single week and you have a big test at the end of term, testing all your vocabulary. Every time you have these words you're getting wrong, you star them. Just before that test you can just revise all those words from the previous weeks, just those starred words. So I think that's pretty cool. This next one is speller, which again.
Run program. Decompose.
Just going to go through very quickly. I'll make some wrong just so you can see. So it helps you to learn how to spell them. With that, it was only the 7 words, I believe, because I don't have the paid account. With the paid account, you can record your voice, and it will have them on there. I guess these are the only words that are already in. Oh no, okay, so it has them all. So computer science, etc. And you can see at the end it was telling me what I had wrong. I'm gonna go to test now, and test, it gives you a bunch of different types of questions. So you can see it's got written, matching, multiple choice, and true or false. So you can go through and test that way. I like that it's just different types. So for me, I would get very bored if it was just true or false or just matching. I like that it's mixed. However, if your students know that the quiz you're going to give them is just going to be multiple choice or just going to be written, that's probably the best way for them to test. And there's also two games called, one's called Scatter, which is the way it works is you make things disappear by dragging them to the corresponding things. So someone who acts safely, responsible, and respectfully online, digital assistant, and it disappears. And it tells you your time, so you want to eventually beat your time. Let me just get one wrong. So it flies it somewhere else. Race is cool as well because it kind of brings everything together. So when your definition comes on screen, you've got to try and write it. Okay, I think it's pretty cool. Really good ways to learn new words. It makes it interactive. It actually gives them practice because I find, when I was back at school and you'd have a vocabulary list to look at, you'd look in the book, you'd read them a few times because you're not actually writing them or having to recall them. It didn't help me learn that much, so I think this is a much cooler way to learn. I think Quizlet's really easy to use. It has loads and loads of resources on there already. So for example, if I look up Mandarin, you're going to see again there's over 500 study sets. And you can go through and you can just assign ones that look useful. You could look for the elements, I guess. And you're going to find there's definitions there as well. Quizlet as well, what happens when you have your class and they're actively using it is you can track each student, so you can see what they've been studying, their scores, how much time they've been spending there, all that data that you want. Something that's really nice as well is that it gives you words that your whole class is struggling with. So it'll tell you words that they're getting right 90% of the time, down to 40% of the time. So you can really focus on reinforcing those definitions in class. So Quizlet's really easy to use. Students like it. When you have students who you want to sign up to your class, you would just go into here, add members, and you can not quite, there you go, you can give them that link as well, and that means they can sign up really easily. Obviously students can be enrolled in multiple classes across the school for different subjects too. Please let me know if you use Quizlet and if you want any help setting it up.